Hi, this is Patty Hankins with BeautifulFlowerPictures.com, and I'm recording this video a couple of days after Thanksgiving, and I'm already starting to see the Christmas lights in my neighborhood. Now, I don't know about you, but I love photographing Christmas lights. I love seeing the displays at the local botanical gardens, but one of the things that I frequently see when I'm out photographing lights is people who are disappointed with their photos. So what I want to do today is give you a few tips that will help you take better photos of Christmas lights. My first tip is to turn off the flash on your camera when you want to photograph Christmas lights at night. The meter in your camera can sense that it is dark out, so that to get a typical well-balanced photo, it needs to lighten the scene. So as you can see what happens when I take a picture with the flash on my camera, the house is lit up and the lights are barely visible. So the first tip is turn off the flash on your camera. My second tip is that you should use a tripod or a monopod or find some way of bracing yourself so that you can hold the camera steady when you're photographing at night. When you hand hold a camera unbraced, you're likely to have a lot of motion in the picture. You're dealing with a long shutter speed, so it's really hard to get a crisp, sharp picture. As you can see in this picture taken at ISO 100, it's blurry, it's tilted. Quite frankly, it's a pretty lousy picture and probably should just go ahead and be deleted. If you are in a situation where you can't brace your camera, where you can't use a tripod, where you can't use a monopod, and you have to shoot handheld, you can try increasing your ISO to get a shorter shutter speed. As you can see from these pictures, even with an increased ISO, my photos weren't very good. At ISO 100, my shutter speed was 1.3 seconds. At ISO 400, my shutter speed was about 3/4 of a second. At ISO 800, my shutter speed was half a second, and at ISO 1600, my shutter speed was 1/5 of a second. And as you can see, even at ISO 1600, the picture still isn't very good. I've still got that problem of it's tilted and it's not sharply in focus. As you can see, even at ISO 1600, hand-holding my camera really didn't give me a good picture. So the next thing I did was lean on my tripod. This was the best I could do to support my camera arm and give myself a better chance of holding the camera steady. At ISO 800, you can see I got a pretty good picture. At least there's not as much camera movement. But then here in this last picture, you can see what happens when I did it right. When I put it on my tripod, took my time, and as you can see, I got a really good picture, nice sharp pictures of the lights. You can see the outline of the house and everything. So that is why I really recommend that you turn off the flash and use a tripod for your nighttime photos of Christmas lights. So just a quick summary. To get better photos of Christmas lights at night, the first thing you need to do is turn off the flash. The next thing is find a way to support your camera, a tripod, a monopod, or bracing against a tree. If that's not an option, then try increasing your ISO. I hope my tips help you take some great photos of holiday lights this season. Happy holidays!